So you're Mormon, and your friends who left the church keep telling you that the church hasn't been honest about some events in church history. Now, the church just tells us those people read too much anti-Mormon literature, right? Well, did you know that the church has actually posted the Joseph Smith papers on their official website that confirm a lot of the details that those people are so upset about? So I'm just going to give you the cliff notes in a safe space so you can better understand what they're talking about without having to go research all that scary anti-Mormon stuff online. First, let's talk about the first vision. Joseph's written documents about the event don't match up. And when you look at them in chronological order, you can see that his account became more elaborate as time went on. When his mind was the most fresh, he didn't remember important details like God and Jesus appearing to him. The second concerning thing is the origination of the Book of Mormon. It turns out he didn't actually use the golden plates and the Urim and Thummim that we learned about for so long. He actually just looked at a rock in his hat, which is the same rock he used to help people find buried treasure, and dictated the book to his scribes. So that's not really a big deal, right? But it does make you wonder, why did the church tell us it was translated a different way for so many decades? The other problem is that the people who wrote the book, remember Nephi, Lehi, Laman, Lemuel, they originated from Jerusalem. So their descendants, who the book says went on to be the Native Americans, should have DNA from that area, right? Well, it turns out that the Native Americans' DNA actually comes from Asia, and they don't have a trace of DNA from Jerusalem. The other problem is that the book says that the natives had metal, swords, horses, chariots, and wheels. Those are all things that the Native Americans never actually had, but Joseph Smith's time had them. So it does appear that Joseph may have used things that he knew to write their history. Now, as we all know, Joseph Smith was homeschooled, which doesn't mean that he wasn't smart. He had access to a lot of books, including a book called The Great War. That was actually the book that came up next to the Book of Mormon in a computer plagiarism test that tests two books against each other to compare duplicated phrases. It had more statistically impossible duplicates than any other two books in the world. Then there's the problem that we have multiple documents confirming that Joseph originally told everyone that the angel who gave him the plates was Nephi. And it wasn't until years after Joseph's death that other leaders changed the words in Joseph's account to be the angel Moroni. Why didn't they teach any of these problems in church? Because they only want to teach faith-promoting stuff, and they know that this can create serious holes in your testimony of the church. Now, there's actually so much more, but I have to end the video here. Hopefully this helps you understand how your loved one might be overwhelmed sorting through all this information and feel a little betrayed.